Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir. What's up, Mason? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, hopefully none of those.
Might I be of service, sir?
Um,
Very good, sir.
Time to fight. Cessation of hostilities complete.
the fuck is going on with this? There we go. What's up, Blacks?
Time to fight. Was that all?
I got plenty of them. You can go check them out if you want to. Okay, what am I doing here?
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
I think I gotta turn this off somehow. I don't exactly understand how I'm supposed to get through that.
Bad guys dealt with. This one looks pretty tough.
Didn't you hear me coming? Now I have to fight you.
Bad guys dealt with. Ready, steady, fighting. Was that all? Ready, steady, fighting. Bad guys dealt with. Time to fight. Fighting over.
Oh.
This one looks pretty tough. I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me. Was that all? Time to fight. Bad guys dealt with. Time to fight. Bad guys dealt with.
Klein, remember the time you forgot to carry the two and nearly blew up the Y-Zero Research Center? Oh, wait, you did! Or was that me?
Ready, steady, fighting. Was that all?
Mm-mm.
Time to fight. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighting. Fighting over. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's why I'm waiting for Forever Winter to come out today. Comes out around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Time to reward myself with a little refreshing mentat.
Was that all?
I agree, they don't hit like they used to. Fallout 4 I think was trash. Fallout 76 is okay, but like, it would be better if it wasn't a Fallout game.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. Was that all?
Yeah. It's unfortunate though.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Oh shit.
Was that all?
But I modeled this Fallout playthrough a lot from like Fallout 1 and 2. So you'll see Fallout 1 and 2 weapons or tactics weapons in my playthrough. But I try to keep the aesthetic as classic as possible. It's like this gun right here. It's another plasma pistol. And I don't do replacers because I like still seeing the regular weapons in the game. But yeah, you got this classic plasma pistol here. Oh. And it's got the little plasma arc on the back. It's pretty cool.
Ready. Steady. Fighting.
First analysis. Yellow. Scanning for hostiles. Warning. Warning.
Bad guys dealt with.
Yeah, I agree. Like, a lot of Fallout 4, and which I don't think... How do I put this? Like, I don't think Fallout 4 is exactly a bad game. I just don't think it's a Fallout game.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. Fighting over. Ready. Steady. Fighting.
force fields can only be disrupted by a specific frequency.
Cessation of hostilities
The
complete.
frequency, last seen around X8, let the dome know at once.
But, back to my original point, though, about Fallout 4. I don't think it's a Fallout game, but it's a very good modding sandbox. So, like, if you want to do, like, different stuff to the game, cool. The only problem with the modding sandbox of that game is the map. So, like, you can add all the cool, tactical, modern stuff to it. At the end of the day, you're still going to see all the iconography and building structures from Fallout. And then
This one
eventually,
looks pretty tough.
eventually you're just going to kind of, like, look at the game and be like, you know, it kind of takes out immersion that you're trying to build, even though you try to make the game different.
Bad guys dealt with.
But I mean, there's, you know, modders out
Ready,
there that can
Steady.
remodel,
Fighting.
retexture, and do things like that, but I think the only true way to, like, completely get rid of the Fallout atmosphere that Bethesda tried to put in the game is simply by putting a new map in the game. It's modeled differently and everything. Oh, it's super dumb. Fucking A, dude. But, yeah, no, it's super dumb because that's not Fallout. I'm sorry, but that's not a Fallout storyline. Because every Fallout game that, you know, has ever come out.
Stop here.
That's all.
Anyhow, every Fallout game that's ever come out, it's always usually like, you know, you mold your own character through the world.
Time to fight.
So, like, what I mean by that is, like, take Fallout 3, for instance.
That's all.
Or Fallout 1 and 2. It doesn't matter what your actual, like, objective is. That still doesn't mean you can't become, like, a evil character or good character. You know what I mean? Like, it all depends on your actions and whatnot. And
Ready,
Fallout 4
Steady.
really takes away from
Fighting.
that. Because they really try to center you on being a good guy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, I'm trying to get in here, but it's not letting me. Oh, maybe I have to look through my notes and figure out what the fuck. Let's see what it says here about shields. No, not entirely, because you know, like, when it comes to, like, Bethesda and, like, Obsidian Entertainment, you know, sure, Bethesda bought the rights to the game, but that doesn't mean they have to completely shit all over it. I'm sorry, but everything that I've seen Bethesda do for Fallout has been dog shit. Fallout 3 was good, I'll give them that. But 4 and 76 in the show, not so great. It steers really away from Fallout and what Fallout is. Do you have to use a sonic emitter? I don't know. I was trying to use that emitter gun or whatever the fuck it is. It wasn't doing nothing. Like, I don't know what I'm shooting here or doing with the emitter. I gotta change that. It says it's got 18 damage. I gotta figure this out though, because like I don't understand the force field. Okay, so apparently I gotta go somewhere else.
Fighting over. Stealth suit. Yeah, I think I need to go there and do that. But after I beat Fallout New Vegas, I'm gonna play Project Brazil. Can't even talk. Uh-oh.
Oh, what the fuck? But yeah, what I was saying was, after I beat this, I'm gonna play Project Brazil. Or Fallout New California.
Was that all?
But, back to our other
Starting
topic.
combat. Just kidding.
Okay. Back to the other topic that we were talking about as far as Fallout, like, 4 and Fallout 76. I don't think we'll get another official, or at least a good official Fallout game again. I think they'll do what they did to Starfield and put a bunch of woke shit in it and not give it a storyline that's good enough to really engage with the player to, you know, give them the emphasis and enthusiasm to actually continue the storyline. Because, like, Starfield...
Time to fight.
Game's so boring, dude. The game actually made me, like, pass out on stream. The Forever Winter.
Bad guys dealt with.
It's kind of like an extraction shooter type game. It's like a post-apocalyptic extraction shooter. Been really looking forward to that.
This one looks pretty tough. Cessation of hostilities complete. Sneaking gun. Fighting now.
Oh shit.
You may know me as the head chief first researcher of Lab Z9 and
I did not expect the turret to be there.
Have a stim pack.
and put it right where it belongs, in the heart of another feared threat. Oh, and the tarantula hook. Can't splice enough, I always say. Especially if you can make a magnificent cazador. Enough about me. It has come to my attention that many of you seemingly innocent children have been subverted by red propaganda. This is a most serious matter, requiring the most serious of detentions. Can you spell detention?
Yeah, Ridge is pretty good.
I spell it. Death detention. Commie pinko traitors. All. Now I will send vicious cybernetic cyborg dogs through the corridors to weed all you traitors out.
Does that feel better?
Sniff out which among you have chosen the commie path.
Oh fuck.
This one looks pretty tough.
Head chief first researcher of Labs Z9 and Z14. There I fought valiantly to preserve rattlesnake.
Yeah, Rage is pretty good. I like it.
Right where it
I haven't played Rage 2 yet, but I played Rage 1.
Especially if you can make a magnificent counter. About me, it has come to my attention that many of you seemingly innocent children have been subverted by red propaganda. This is a most serious matter, requiring the most serious of detentions. Can you spell detention? I'll tell you how I spell it. Detention. Calling. Now I will send vicious cyborg dogs through the corridors to weed all you traitors out. They will sniff out which among you have chosen the commie path. Especially you, Betsy Bright, who turned me down for the high school dance so you could smoke with Richie Marcus. All monitors will also be vigilant. Step outside during class, and they'll make sure you make it back to your desk. Hold your urine and wait for the proper bathroom break time.
The fuck was that? Yeah, just sounds like another Far Cry game to me, which I kind of dig that. I didn't dig Far Cry 6 though. I thought it was pretty woke. Oh shit.
Was that all? Do you like me? Have a stim pack. This one looks pretty tough. Was that all?
Alright, well, I'm still gonna give it a playthrough though. I wanted to anyway, so I'm gonna do it. I still like the atmosphere to Rage, so still kind of intrigues me to want to play it.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh shit.
Bad guys dealt with.
Dogs are strong, man.
This is really Boros, by the way. Hello again. None of us thought you would get this far.
The fuck? Huh. That's cool.
Time to fight.
The residential test.
Please step into the open.
That's all.
Commencing attack.
This one looks pretty tough. No more stim packs.
Shit. Oh lord, we modding. Yeah, literally. We definitely modding, for sure. I mod the
This
shit
one
out
looks
of the
pretty
game.
tough.
The residential test. Wasn't that shut down for some...
Multiple failures detected. This area clear.
Bad guys dealt with.
About the old boy and the countless experiments I'd done on him back at his. Gabe? Gabe, you're about to have...
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Won't that be nice?
Fighting over.
Please? Gabe would bark and snarl and bite whenever anyone came to visit. That's why I replaced his legs with spare parts and fed him a steady diet of psycho-laced dog chow.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Oh shit.
No more stim packs.
The fuck? Might as well make me the Gambit then. What year is this game? I have no fucking clue. I know it came out when I was in high school. It's all a long time ago.
Your brain in a bowl, boy. Oh, who's a good boy?
Hit-Boy lights on.
I think it was like, what, 2007 or something? Not 2007, 2010? When it came out. Oh shit, we got 8 people in here. Appreciate you guys coming through. No, it's Fallout New Vegas. I'm playing a DLC called Old World Blues. I mean, it's got kind of like zombies, ghouls, feral ghouls. Oh, you wasn't born yet? How fucking old are you? Sounds like you're too young to be in here, my guy. Or girl, whatever you may be.
Attention, students. This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr.
This will keep you on your feet. Sneaking done. Fighting now.
You were born in 2008? I'm trying to do the math here, but my math ain't mathin'. So you're 16 years old? I guess it's, you know, oldish. Oh, what the fuck? You're almost an adult.
For your safety, please take cover until the lawbreaker is dealt with.
Still pretty young, though.
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol. This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Please step into the open and identify yourself.
No more
Law-abiding
stim
citizens
packs.
have nothing to fear. Scanning for hostiles.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
This area clear. Proceeding with
We're
search
out of stim
protocol.
packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
Today, the cafeteria.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
No swirlies. No chocolate pudding left in the chairs or brilliant lines. What are you going to do now, Richie Marcus?
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
No more stim packs.
Cool.
Identify yourself. Law-abiding
No more
citizens
stim
have
packs.
nothing to fear. This area clear. Proceed.
No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury.
For hostiles.
Oh shit.
No more stim packs.
Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear.
No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury. I can't give you anything for that injury. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear. False alarm. Standing down.
School is a sacred trust. Even though I am a long-ago graduate of this hated facility. Now I see
Commencing lawful use of deadly force.
corrupted by fraternities and pearls.
Fighting over. Sneaking done. Fighting now. Fighting over. This one looks pretty tough. Cessation of hostilities complete. Uh-oh. Fighting over.
Might I be of service?
I'll be right back.
Alright, y'all, I'm back. Hey, Scuba.
Might I be of service, sir?
The fuck? Kitten fucking freaking out.
Have you been flirting with the Ice Queen again? Ugh, I'm so much more fun.
Are we being watched?
Klein, remember the time you forgot to carry the 2 and nearly blew up the Y0 Research Center? Oh, wait, you
Ready,
did!
steady,
Or was that me?
fighty.
The fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Was that all?
That was weird. Somehow I missed a 95% chance of hitting him.
Time to fight.
Joke's on you, bozo.
We're out of
Oh, what the
Stimpaks.
fuck?
Maybe you'd be better off with an...
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Can't give you
Oh shit.
anything for that injury.
That's all. Time to fight. No more Stimpaks.
No! Damn it. I need a machine gun or something.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Okay, my bats wasn't working. Cool.
Time to fight.
Fighting over.
Oh dear God. You just pull out a fucking Gauss minigun?
Fighting over.
Damn, dude.
This one looks pretty tough.
Getting fucking ragdolled. Eh.
Bad guys dealt with. Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Force fields can only be disrupted by a specific frequency. If anyone has
Cessation of hostilities
I've
complete.
seen around X8, let the dome know at once.
Time to fight.
How am I not hitting you?
Fighting over. Ready, steady, fighty. Fighting over. Hit boy lights on. This one looks pretty tough.
So what you up to, Scuba?
Anyone who can understand these messages, you do not belong here. We will find you.
Fighting over.
The Unusual Suspect? Is that a show?
Ready, steady,
Oh shit.
fighting. Was that all? Uh-oh. Fighting over. Ready, steady,
Oh shit.
fight. Bad guys dealt with. Uh-oh.
Well, that sucked.
Ready, steady, fighting. That's all.
Well, that took care of that problem.
No! His cyber-dog atomic core! It's active! That means an exceedingly imprecise countdown to critical failure in 10. Boros, why the hell did you install an atomic core? It's wild, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Students, this is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros.
No more stim packs. No more stim packs.
Of this institution, where once was a student. Now, it's omnipotent. God,
We're out of stim packs.
as I soon
Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
do. Do you hear that? It is my trumpet of victory.
No more stim packs. No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Richie likes balls.
Fighting over. No more stim packs.
This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Identified.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
Yeah.
Attention, students.
No more stim packs.
Pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Commencing attack on hostile target.
No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Hold it right
We're
there.
out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an auto-dock suit.
Warning. Dangerous fugitive is on the loose. Do not attempt to apprehend.
No more stim packs.
Attention. Fugitive should be considered.
You are in the library.
I can't give you anything for that injury. I can't give you anything for that injury. No more stim packs. No more stim packs.
Please place all filthy propaganda books in the...
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an auto-dock suit. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Attempt to flee. Justice will be administered swiftly and fairly.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an auto-dock suit. I can't give you anything for that injury. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an auto-dock suit. No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury. stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. Do you like me? No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
You require some additional.
Might I be of service?
This one looks pretty tough. Bad guys dealt with. Uh-oh. Was that all? Sneaking done. Fighting now. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighting.
Oh, shit.
Better off with an auto-dock suit.
This one looks pretty tough. Was that all? Uh-oh. Cessation of hostilities complete. Sneaking done. Fighting now. That's all. go.
Robo-Scorpion, attack!
We're out of...
No!
Time for violence!
No more stim packs. Fighting over.
Well done!
This will stop the pain.
Intruder!
Time to fight.
Stolen from X2!
Fighting over.
Might I be of service?
You require some additional...
If you know what the word proletariat means, do you know what that makes you? Well-read and erudite. For a communist.
Might I be of service?
Starting combat. Just kidding. Was that all? Sneaking done. Fighting now. Was that all?
Ow.
Prepare to be attacked by Doctor.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
The three technologies. If you think braving the cyber dogs of X8 makes you brave, intruder,
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit. No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury. No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit. No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury. No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit. I can't give you anything for that injury. No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury.
You require some additional...
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me. This should be easy, as long as I don't screw up again. Too bad. We were spotted by robots. Go back to the terminal to restart the test. I won't mess up again. This should be easy, as long as I don't screw up again. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighty. Bad guys dealt with. Test data processed. Firmware updated to version 1.1. Boot damping sensors online.
You're no match for science. Are you sure you scammed something? Sting the intruder, my pet. Sting them until
Mean robot bugs. Mean robot bugs. Sneaking gun. Fighting now.
Yuri.
That's all. Time to fight. That's all. This one looks pretty tough. Was that all? This one looks pretty tough. We're out of stim packs.
Well, damn.
No more stim packs.
Damn it.
I can't give you any. I can't give you anything for that injury. Was that all? What is this place? Are we outside? We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
Okay. I've recovered all the technological information.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Alright. Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Your answer isn't filling me with confidence.
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Alright. It says, why did you have me get them if you don't know how they would help?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit, I'll figure it out.
Look, the antenna focuses brainwave patterns, right?
Yes, that's what I believe I said.
And the suit's cardiac regulator, and the sonic frequency is a spinal vibrator.
I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves.
I'm waiting for you to draw a conclusion.
I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency, and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Don't these items seem more biologically focused than that, though?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Okay.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin.
Yes, yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
Fuck it, let's see what happens.
Your primitive eyes deceive you. No, there are no needs contained within my soft gel. Much like the soft gel of your eyes. No, nothing here.
I'm gonna keep hitting this till I succeed. We've spoken enough.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in Think Tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I don't think I'll worry you by telling you what House and his robots have been up to since.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
I think we've spoken long enough.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
What was that? I think I'll be going now.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Animal? Did you just call me an animal?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know.
I encountered your pet in X8 and had to kill it.
So, you put down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
I think we've spoken enough.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better.
Ow.
No more stim packs.
Ow.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an auto
You
duct
require
suit.
some addition. You require some addition.
This one looks pretty tough. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighting. I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me. No more stim packs.
You're no match for science.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Well, that hurt.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
You require some addition.
Yep, sure does.
Forceps, nurse. This man's got a severe case.
Ready, steady, fighting. Cessation of hostilities complete. Sneaking done, fighting now. Cessation of hostilities complete.
Bye-bye, Scorpion.
In Fallout 4, I'm a Brotherhood Knight, level 36, name in-game Hercules. 14 Death Claws slain, 3 Behemoths taken down, and I have an XO1. That's pretty cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Fallout 4. I feel like they could have done a much better job.
Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. A little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Alright, exactly. I want my brain so I can live.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
Alright, well, I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
Time for me to go.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor. I'm having the most peculiar feeling of deja vu right now. That's French for, deja vu, I believe. Have we met before?
Damn, I wasn't close enough. You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose. I'm having the ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon Mentats break.
Time for me to go.
Finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
There's no need to be sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is slightly odd about.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Yes, because running around a crater full of bizarre science experiments, hygiene is top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Listen, you're my brain, so you better be more respectful.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
Could smash this tank you're in, how about that?
By all means, if the idea of spending the rest of your days as a true lobotomite appeals to you. Actually, come to think of it, you probably wouldn't mind that, would you?
How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
That seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
How did he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Oh, that answers that.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Of course, you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
But you're the source of the most of the glands, unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat oozing hormones.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
Part of me, I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
The think tank won't hold up their bargain. We'll make them. Let's go. I'll handle the brains. You stay here. You'll be more useful outside my head.
That arrangement suits me fine. Do try not to get too many holes drilled in your head, will you? I may want to drop by for sentimental reasons. Right then, you'd best be off, hadn't you? The think tank will be waiting. No, don't worry about me. When you're gone, I'll flush myself over to the sink. It's amazing how far you can get in this place with a good flush. I'll keep myself hidden in the ductwork. Klein won't suspect I'm inside the dome, so he won't know the pacification field no longer works on us. I can also upgrade the sink's autodock with the procedures to reinstall your heart and spine, assuming you want all that flesh and gristle back. With any luck, I'll see you in the sink when this is all over.
Space for my calculations. Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesize after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
Any tactics I could use to attack the think tank?
That will be difficult. It would be like fighting 5 scaled-down versions of me that have better depth perception. And they have an arsenal of vivisectors, brainial beams, and a rather nasty ray that can make your atoms do a happy dance. If you could survive those highly improbable odds and ends, then deceasing them is definitely an option. Although I doubt killing them would do anything except make you feel better. Or let you brag to other humans about your primal violentness.
What was the plan that you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Anything I could do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
Well, I'd really like to kill them.
Well, if you're determined to go down that road, so be it. They will undoubtedly switch off the pacification field when you return.
Tell me about your robo-scorpions.
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Wait, sounds like you built Robo-Scorpions, issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Evening. You require some additional... Concerned about the state of your mind? All right. You require some additional...
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Found my brain. Now you and I are gonna sell things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss. You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now?
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
This one looks pretty tough.
It has come for us. Horus falls.
Fighting over.
Gasps in terror.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief aflame with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier left the brain at the Big Empty. A strange thing to say, but it was the truth. Brains are less important than they may seem. When the courier's body finally passed, the brain was saddened. It kept on, remembering the vessel that had once contained it. Even at the end, when it started to fail, however, the brain resisted going into a floating chassis like the think tank. It never said why. Perhaps it was out of respect for the courier's body. All things must come to an end, and to hang on to the past is something that's not to be undertaken lightly.
The think tank basement, filled with lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues. It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
if I made out with the sink, would you pay attention to me?
Hey.
This one looks pretty tough. That's all.
What was that sound you played? Some kind of memory glitch? No, it wasn't your boot up sequence. It was reporting something about someone called Ralphie. Probably just some old data floating around in your memory. Nothing to worry about. Think I could use your help getting out of here. Can you come with me?
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
That's a recording from your development. Are you saying you can override electronic security? Only panels with dish-shaped receiver. The console in the main room had one of those, I think. Was that the voice of your creator? What happened to him? Well, I'm sure he's fine wherever he is. Alright, let's keep going.
Do you like me?
Dr. Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Ah, Whitley, there you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm to...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here. I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here!
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
Sounds like Dr. Whitley really cared about you. Ralphie? Who? You're still not making any sense, Eddie. Kitten.
We're not doing that. Dr. Grant sounds like a war criminal waiting to happen. You don't have to tell me I would have beat the crap out of her. It's a terrible story, Eddie, but we should get moving.
Ready, steady, fight. Cessation of hostilities complete. Uh-oh. Bad guys dealt with.
Kitty, your butt's wet. No. We're not doing that.
Don't you like me anymore?
Taking your chances coming here. Just like bringing the Lord of Vegas his tribute, bending your knee to old world ghosts. You and that chip deserve each other. 29 less coins than other traitors have carried, if history's true. Now see the road the old world paves, and what the light of New Vegas promise, if they haven't blinded your eyes.
Is New Vegas' power a threat to you?
Power isn't strength. Power can wall off someone when they believe it's freed them. House's power. You've seen the wall around Vegas. He gains more power. That wall will grow. The Mojave will become Vegas. But it's more light than strength. You'll see the way of it soon enough.
Enough talking. You went to a lot of trouble to lure me here. So let's get on with this.
America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. and their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you.
We share history, then before going forward, I want to know the past.
Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have, nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it. Any loves of mine, I have already cast away in the divide. They're lost to you. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville. Use it to keep moving and keep alive.
Fine. I'll find this trigger, then I'll come find you.
The divide will send its worst against you. It may break you. We'll see if you're stronger. Road gets rougher from here. Courier left marks for you. Colors will tell the way if you're smart. They'll lead you to your home one more time. Lead to the ending of it. Maybe remind you why you wander.
Alright. I'm gonna end it here and I'm gonna start a new live. My Streamlabs has been acting up. So I'll see y'all here in a minute. Alright.